Alright, I'm building a mantle for a house I'm building, and here I'm just squaring up one side of it, getting it nice and flat, and then I go on the cut the other side. Now I'm picking out the front, finding the best looking side, and I'm marking for my electrical outlet. We're starting to put electrical outlets in all of our mantles. Just turns out really cool to have an outlet there. Many uses you can use it for. Definitely Christmas time, but using a big Forstner bit to get down to my depth, checking it with my square there. Clean that junk up. Getting the old chisel out, getting them corners square. Luckily this will be underneath a electrical box, so I'm not going to spend all day getting it absolutely perfect inside there. Put my electrical outlet in there and make sure it fits good. Now I'm going to sand that line away and put a new one down to mark where that faceplate is going to hit. And then I adjust my router to the height of the faceplate to make sure it's nice and flush when we're done. That way it's not noticeable as much as it can be. Probably easier to make a jig, but for routering this type of stuff out, but it's not bad just to free ball it and do it by hand. Getting them corners out. And that little sander has a foam pad on it, so it really helps out. That's where my wire's coming in through the wall. I have plenty enough room in the sheetrock to move it around to get it to where I need it to be. And there it is. Now we want this mantle to be somewhat rough, so I'm just lightly going over every bit of it with some 150 grit. Decided I'm gonna do just a little quarter round over on all the edges, just to really kind of clean it up, make it look just a little bit better. Just think on a mantle, just a little round over just really looks good instead of leaving the square edge. Now I'm about to start the sealing process of the mantle, and I just do all the big cracks and some of the little ones. You want to get it as sealed as possible so it doesn't warp, and I usually just do one good coat of sealer all the way around, so at least the back has some on it. Now on these fireplace mantles, you don't want to leave huge cracks like this. So I found these epoxy sticks that work in hot glue guns, and it works great. Fill it up, let it dry, slowly sand it away, and it turns out looking really good. Now here I am slowly chiseling this stuff away. Couldn't really sand that because it was too thick and it just clogs up the sander. But then I go to move to a CA glue, which is some really good stuff. It's pretty much super glue that I have in black, and you put the glue on there and then you spray it with the activator and it dries instantly. So I mean, just a few seconds and you're good to start sanding it off. And Like to use it on the smaller cracks. Um, it's sometimes those cracks go really deep into the wood, and so it's nice to be able to put a little bit down, spray it, let it dry. That way it will close up that gap, and that stuff sands really easy, and it goes to pretty dull when you sand it. There's only one little spot on the front that needed a little bit of CA glue. Then I got that little epoxy stick to fill in very minor imperfections. Those little epoxy sticks work good, but as soon as you put that sealer on there, that CA glue, the epoxy stick, all of it just really goes to really glossy black, and it really looks good to cover up all the cracks and defects in the wood. Now that CA glue is some sticky stuff, so you want to make sure to wear gloves with that stuff. You definitely don't want to be holding your babies at the end of the day with that stuff all on you. Definitely not good. My wife already tells me enough that I stink. I guess it's from all these products I use every day, I'm hoping. But here it turns out pretty good. See those cracks where we filled it in with epoxy? Really turned out flat. All the CA glue in those little cracks turned out glossy. It's gonna look pretty good.